श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम् ॐ अखण्डानन्दसम्बोधः वन्दनाद्यस्य जायते गोविन्दं तमहं वन्दे चिदानन्दतनुं गुरुम्. So yesterday we were seeing the different stages of the troubles which the money will bring. Dhanam, okay? So dhanam. So there we say bhayam nibandhanam. It is cause for fear. It is bound by fear. It is cause for fear. Fear, how? We saw Ragyamayam, Chorabhayam, etc. So each one of them is taken and it is discussed. Satata Dukkha Sambardhanam. It is cause for the growth of continuous growth of sorrow. That is what is said now. Sorrow or pain. आर्जने रक्षणे दाने व्ययेवापि च वस्तुतः दुःखम् एव सदा नृणां न धनं सुखसाधनम्. What does he say? आर्जने रक्षणे दाने व्यये वा अपि च वस्तुतः दुःखम् एव सदा नृणां न धनं सुखसाधनम्. See, arjane means to earn. To earn money you have to work very hard. You have to work for the whole month to get that one day pay, right? So, and that one day also, nowadays kids, they don't understand this. This 2K kids, they are most idiots actually in this respect. They think their parents are ATMs. First thing they have is their parents are ATMs. So whenever they want money, they go to their bank, which is their mother or their father. Okay. So now this is not while studying or things like that. Even after earning there, we are doing this. They don't have any value for money. That is a good thing in one sense, but that is a very bad thing in another sense. You can't exist in this world without money. It's a very difficult thing. Like we have this Aadhaar card, the identity card, which the government provides. You have to have one. If you don't have one, you have difficulties in getting things done. Now, similarly, money is an important thing. It has become an important thing. See, earlier, the sadhus, the renunciates, they were protected. The monks were protected by the people. They were taken care of by the people. They want money, they want food, they want something, they were taken care of. But nowadays, it is not happening like that. So you need to have some money. So now what we are talking about here is attachment to the money, the attachment to the wealth. That is what is said here. Arjane, and to earn the money, it is very difficult. You have to, as I said, you have to work, toil for the whole month and listen to idiots and work with idiots. That's the biggest problem actually, more than working for the money. Okay. Now, Arjane, okay, you have earned the money. Then you have to protect it. Rakshane. There are many ways you lose that money. One thing, these sadhus, these idiots, they'll take your money away. Then the other people, other things, you invest in some stock in stock market. What happens? Every stock will rise except your stock. It is like always like this. You stay in a queue, every queue will move faster except your queue. Like that, every bank will give more interest than your bank. Every stock which is in the market will go up except yours. That's always like that. So sometimes it happens. You lose money in that rakshane. So there is pain in protecting also. And protecting, there is another issue also. You save it from people, you hide it somewhere, and it is bitten by rodent, or it is destroyed by some termite, etc. What happens? You lose the money. The biggest problem is, if it is white money, at least we can go and convert it and take it back. If it is black money, you cannot do anything. You cannot complain. You cannot say. You cannot not say. That is a big problem. Okay. So rakshane, to protect money, is a very biggest problem. Then dane, to donate. What? Donation is a big problem. Oh, you didn't teach us earlier. You should have taught us earlier this. Yes. Donation is big problem. Why? Because donation, there are two aspects of donation. One aspect is we'll see this later also. One aspect is while donating, what happens? We'll see the second aspect now. While donating, what happens is you gain punya. But you are not interested in. We are talking about people who are not interested in the moksha. For the people who are interested in moksha, this also becomes a hindrance. How? The donation, if it is going to become beget punya, what happens? If you don't use that punya, utilize that punya for your inquiry, self-inquiry, and because he says, na dhanam sukha sadhanam, this fellow thinks that donation is something greater. This idiot, he does not even know why he is donating. For the sadhakas, they know why they are donating. For the idiots, they don't know why they are donating. They just donate. And because of that, A, they lose their money. B, they lose their what? Punya. What? You donate, you earn punya, right? Yes, you earn punya. But what is this fellow going to do? He is going to beat his drum. He is going to say, you know, I donated so much. I donated such and such a money. I donated that and I donated this. What happens? There is a statement in Sanskrit, Dharmo Ksharati Kirtanat. Dharma Shastra says, Dharmo Ksharati Kirtanat. Dharma means your dharma, punya papa, punya actually. Ksharati, because papa is adharma, okay? Punya, dharma. Ksharati means it gets destroyed, decays. How? Kirtana, by singing. By singing means by self-glorifying. You self-glorify, you lose that also. You lose this side, you lose money, and that side you lose that wealth also. So one wealth is for this world, the other wealth is for the other world. Both wealth you lose. So these are problems with people who don't have that mukshutva. Okay, so while spending, so much money I earned, and suddenly you earn your money and you don't even see it actually. In the earlier days, they used to count money and give it in your hand, and you used to bring it. And while you come out like this, looking at the money, the fellows will be outstanding there. They'll remove whatever they need to, and you will be left with a very small, tiny bit of money. Nowadays, even that is not a problem. The company or the office, it deposits it in your account, and immediately these fellows from whom you have taken EMIs, they will just pick it up. Over. So there is no point, there is no possibility of you saving any money. Right? So that is why he says, so I spent all my whole month and it all went in one day. That's a big problem. That's a big pain, right? So dukhameva sadanranam. So it is always engulfed with, we already said, it is engulfed with a pain, sorrow. Therefore, you cannot, not dhanam sukha sadhanam, you cannot expect any happiness through money. So the expecting happiness through money is such an illusory idea. It is a stupid idea. So that is why he says, na satam. We are talking about sukha sadhanam, not dhanam sukha sadhanam. For people who think that it is the means for all the enjoyments, it is not. Why? He says, satam api padartasya labhat lobhav pravartate veko lupyate lobhat tasmin lupte vinashyati. So, satam api padartasya labhat lobha pravartate veko lupyate tasmat lobhat tasmin lupte vinashyati. So he's beautifully saying, satam, even the good people, even for the good people, what happens? Padartasya labhat, when they start gaining wealth, when they start gaining things, what happens? Lobha pravartate, they start having greed. Lobha means greed. They start having this greed. And because of greed, like it is, as I said yesterday, it is like the dangling carrot in front of you, in front of the horse. It is always that distance. So the moment you reach there, you are yet to go further distance. It never ends. This lobha, this greed is something like that. It never ends. We have a story also. Like yesterday I said, somebody who want to say protect the money from others, so he digs up a hole in his house and he plants the gold and all that inside underneath the ground. And what happens? He forgets, and he stays in that very house as a beggar. Right? Now let us not go into that. We have another person who is digging his house for something, for a well, let us suppose. Okay, so while digging his house, on the backside of his house, what happens is he finds a big pot filled with gold coins. Okay, now he is very happy and he brings in inside the house. He doesn't want to say it to anyone, declare it to any government. So he starts very happily. He starts counting the number of coins. 99 coins. You should be happy, right? So normally we'll be happy. And this fellow, he says, why 99 only? It should be 100. So he does. Okay, I will not spend this money until I make this 100. So what this fellow does is he works day and night to make a coin of the same size and quality, and he makes it. He finally succeeds to make that kind of coin after not eating and after working hard and making himself very weak and all that. And when he drops that one coin in that, what happens? That coin disappears. That is a 99 coin pot. It never becomes 100. Similarly, our greed is a never filling pot. It is always 99. You go further distance, you have to go even more further distance. You go that distance, you still have more distance to cover. That is why the rich people don't have an end to earning money. They always have. The ups and downs are always there, and they always have this greed to earn more and more and more and more. There is never enough for them. So that is why he says, pravardhate. Then, viveko lupyate lobha. And because of that, viveka, your discriminative power is lost. And because of that, taspin lupte vinashyati, you are completely destroyed. And this we'll come back to it again in the latest sloka. Okay. Now he says, Dahati alabhe. You are talking about money like it's a sin. Oh, I didn't say it is a sin. Having some money is good. Then you understand this, you will understand what we are referring to. Dahatya labhe niswatvam, labhe lobho dahatyamam. Tasmat santapakam vittam kasya sokhyam prayachati. Very beautifully he says. Dahati alabhe niswattam, labhe lobha dahati amum. Tasmat santapakam vittam kasya sokhyam prayachati. Dahati alabhe niswattam. Niswattam, swatva, swa means here money. Swam ajnatam dhanakshayam. That's the sutra of Panini. He says dhana, ajnati, relatives. So with respect to these things, money, with respect to these things, you can use swam. Okay? Swam. So he says swam niswattam. Swam, swa means money. Niswa means nirswa, devoid of money. Devoid of wealth. If you don't have wealth, if you don't have money, what happens? Alabhe dahati. Alabhe means if you don't earn, if you don't gain. Niswattam. Niswattam means devoid of money. Devoid of money is a state of being a pauper. Nothing. Very pitiable condition yours. So that state is dahati. It will destroy you. Oh, I don't have money. I don't have money. See, that person has, this person has. You are going to only compare with people who have money, and you are going to destroy yourself. Niswattam dahati. It's a pitiable condition, of course. There's no doubt. But there is a self pity and all that, and that's a very even worse actually. So dahati alabhe and labhe. When you earn a lot of money, what happens? Lobaha dahatyamum destroys. The greed destroys him. Greed completely destroys him. And see, this fellow, he does not have money. He sees the people with money and he says, oh, they are living in such a huge house and all that. See, they are wealthy and all that. And that fellow, even he cannot even sleep without taking some medicines, whether it's alcohol or something else, to go to sleep. He cannot even sleep properly in AC room. And you see this fellow, this beggar or someone who does not have that kind of money, lavish money, he lives day in, day out. What happens is he sleeps on the platform peacefully, very peacefully. So, money and no money. From one side to the other, whichever side you are, you will always see there is a problem, there is a trouble, there is a imperfection in it. Okay? So, he says, Tasmat santapakam vittam. Therefore, money is, vittam is santapakam. It is something which is going to cause pain, trouble. So it is going to burn you. To whom will this money bring in happiness? to none. That is the situation of money. That's the condition of money. So he says, Bhogena mattata jantoho danena punarudbhavaha vrutsaiva ubhayatha vittam nastyeva gatiranyatha. So whatever we saw earlier, he is repeating the same idea. See, arjane, rakshane, dane vyaye, we said. Okay? We said dane vyaye. So he is taking those two, dane vyaye, to donate and to spend. These two things he is taking, and he says, Bhogena mattata jantoho danena punarudbhavaha vrutsaiva ubhayatha vittam nastyeva gatiranyatha. So, bhogena mattata, by spending money, mattata, mattata means ahankara, ego. He becomes very egotistic and self-glorifying. You know how much I did and all that. There is no end to it. And janto danena punarudbhava. And if you are going to spend money in donation, spend money by experiencing things, you are going to, I experienced that, I enjoyed this. You are going to gloat, and self-gloating is a bigger problem. Now, if you are going to spend it in donation, then what happens? There is no ego there. But punarudbhavaha, there are different stages of spending. One, if you are going to give it as donation, the money comes, more money comes for more donation. See, people who have money, they don't have the mind. People who have mind don't have money. It is a very rare combination, money and mind. Okay, so if we have that, we have to utilize it. Now, what he says is danena. By donating it, punarudbhava, first is you gain more money, because your punya is not going to stop you. It is going to say, okay, give more, go give more. It's like this. It's like this well. When you dig a well, I don't know how many people have seen digging a well. When you dig a well, a small stream comes from the side. Okay. Now, if you leave that stream is going to fill the tank or that. Now, if you are not going to remove the water from that well, that stream is going to stop. It is not going to produce any more water. So the more you remove, the more it is going to produce. That is the nature of well. Now, the more you spend in donation, the more you are going to donate. You are going to gain money for donation. That is one punarudbhavaha. Okay, it is going to be born again, created again. Punarudbhava. It is going to be born again, created again. That is first as the money. It is going to come, more money is going to come for you to donate more. Two, punarudbhavaha. The more you give, the more punya you are going to acquire. Okay, punarudbhavaha. The donation you give makes you be born again in the cycle of birth and death if you don't get vairagya and enter this path of spirituality. So from the perspective of spirituality, if you don't enter the path of spirituality and if you do all these things, it is not going to be of any use. That is what is said, right? Okay. So whichever way, whether you are going to spend it on things, object of experiences, or whether you are going to give it on donation, it is both ways, it is going to be useless. Because there is no other way other than knowledge. You cannot expect yourself to experience the happiness through object of experiences, or experience the happiness through the donation. Whichever way, it is not the one means for self-knowledge. That is why he says, next, dhanena madavruddhi syad madena smrti nashanam smrti nashat buddhi nashat pranashyati. So this is a kind of idea which is copied. The second line is exact copy of a Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita, something of similar idea is there. There he says, Sangat sanjayate kamaha. Sangat, because of association, you gain kama from, because of kama, desire, you get krodha, anger, etc. That is the order. Now he is improvising it. What does he say? Dhanena madavruddhihi. And madena smrti nashanam. Smrti nashat buddhi nashat pranashyati. Dhanena, through the wealth, what happens is madavruddhihi, self-glorification, self-gloating, and ego, it is going to grow. Okay, your ego is going to grow with money, with wealth. Your ego is going to, all these people, they are pumped up with so much of ego, they don't respect the other people. People should be respected as at least human beings, they don't even respect that. And because of this money, smrti nashanam, smrti nashanam, this is another bigger problem. You have to remember, smrti means memory. Memory, they lose the memory. Lose the memory means, who am I? That is not the losing memory. Losing memory means they lose the idea of what, sense of what is right and what is wrong. See, previously we have some ideas of what is right and what is wrong, and what should we do, what should not do, all that. But once the wealth comes, it blinds us and it makes us be associated with people who are wrong, actually, who are wrong. And then they encourage us to do even more wrong things. Even without we are understanding, we are entering into more wrong things, because we have lost the sight of what is right and what is wrong. And because of that, that is smrti nashanam. You have lost the sight of what is right and what is wrong, and because of that you become buddhi nasha. Buddhi nasha means it is even more worse, actually. Why? Because what is right and what is wrong, that is lost. Now anyone has to have the sense of what is right and what is wrong, right? And this fellow also has. You just said he will lose the idea of what is right and wrong. Yes, he will lose the right idea of what is right and what is wrong. But now this fellow is going to think the right as wrong and wrong as right. If you think right as wrong, you are not going to practice. And if you think wrong as right, you are going to practice it even more. Meaning, you are going to put yourself in more trouble. Meaning, you are going to destroy yourself. Buddhi nasha pranashyati. You are going to completely destroy yourself. Completely destroy yourself means, what is self-destruction? Atmaha, he said. What is self-destruction? Destruction means here, you are not going to go travel in the path of self-knowledge. So this is for you, to encourage you to go into the path of self-knowledge. Whichever you have, you don't have, does not mean you don't have money, you cannot gloat. I am very happy. If you don't have, if you have more money, then it should not be a big issue. I have a lot of money, I have to throw it out. No, we said yesterday very clearly, a king like a Janaka, or an emperor like Parikshit, or even the lord of deities, Indra, they were all self-realized. They didn't have attachment to the money, but they had the desire for the self. That is what is important. Okay, so we'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.